474,712.64 square kilometers, 183,287.57 square mi. It had a population density of 0.1 to 0.2 square mi in 2011, the highest among all the Canadian territories. 20. Statistics Canada has estimated Yukon's 2021 Q3 population to be 43,095. 21, an increase of 17.5% from the 2016 census. This is the largest percentage increase for any Canadian province or territory. Unlike in other Canadian provinces and territories, Statistics Canada uses the entire territory as a single at-large census division. Ethnicity. According to the 2016 Canada census, the majority of the territory's population was of European descent, although it has a significant population of First Nations communities across the territory. The 2011 National Household Survey examined the Yukon's ethno-cultural diversity and immigration. At that time, 87.7% of residents were Canadian-born and 24.2% were of Indigenous origin. The most common countries of birth for immigrants were the United Kingdom, 15.9%, the Philippines, 15.0%, and the United States, 13.2%. Among very recent immigrants, between 2006 and 2011, living in the Yukon, 63.5% were born in Asia. 22. As of the 2016 census, the top 10 ancestries in the Yukon were Sad Smiley 25. Visible Minority and Indigenous Identity, 2016, 23, 24, European Canadian, 68.1%. Visible Minority, 8.5%. First Nations, 19.1%. Metis, 2.9%. Inuit, 0.6%. Other Indigenous responses, 0.8%. Rank Ethnic Group Population, 2016. Percentage 1 English 9,68027.57%, 2 Aboriginal 8,66524.68%, 3 Canadian 8,64024.61%, 4 Scottish 8,29523.63%, 5 Irish 6,93019.74%, 6 German 5,57515.88%, 7 French 5,04014.35%, 8 Ukrainian 2,2006.27%, 9 Dutch, Netherlands 1,7605.01%, 10 Norwegian 1,3803.93%. Language. The most commonly reported mother tongue among the 33,145 single responses to the 2011 Canadian census was English at 28,065, 85%. 26. The second most common was 1,455, 4%, for French. 26. Among 510 multiple respondents, 140 of them, 27%, reported a mother tongue of both English and French, while 335, 66%, reported English and a non-official language, and 24% reported French and a non-official language. 26. The Yukon's Language Act recognizes the significance of the territory's Aboriginal languages in the Yukon, and permits their use in legislative assembly proceedings, although only English and French are available for laws and court proceedings. 27. Mother tongue. 2011 census. 26. Rank language population percent 1. English 28,06582.9%, 2. French 1,4554.3%, 3. German 8052.4%, 4. Tagalog 4251.3%, 5. Kaska 2650.8%, 6. Northern Tuchon 2000.6%, 7. Spanish 1800.5%, 8. Southern Tuchon 1400.4%, 9. Dutch 1300.4%, 10. Chinese 1300.4%. First Nations linguistic groups by tribes / clans. 28. Linguistic group tribe / clan Gwichin Vuntut Gwichin First Nation, Old Crohanter Ondek Gwichin First Nation Dawson City Upper Tanana White River First Nation, Beaver Creek Small communities near Tok, Alaska. Northern Tuchon Selkirk First Nation Little Salmon / Carmax First Nation. First Nation of Nachonyik Dunmayo. Southern Tuchon Champaign and Aishiik First Nations Haines Junction Kaluan First Nation, Burewash Landing. Taran Quachan Council, Lake Layburge. Quanlin Dun First Nation White Horse. Kaskaros River Dena Council, Ross River Liard River First Nation, Watson Lake. Inland Tlingit Tislin Tlingit Council Tagish Carcross / Tagish First Nation. Religion. The 2011 National Household Survey reported that 49.9% of Yukoners reported having no religious affiliation, the highest percentage in Canada. The most frequently reported religious affiliation was Christianity, reported by 46.2% of residents. Of these, the most common denominations were the Catholic Church, 39.6%, the Anglican Church of Canada, 17.8%, and the United Church of Canada, 9.6%. 29. Religious beliefs in Yukon, 2011 census, 30. Religion adherence percent of the population irreligious 16,63549.92%, Christianity 15,37546.14%, traditional, aboriginal, spirituality 3,951.19%, Buddhism 2,900.87%, Hinduism 1,650.5%, Sikhism 900.27%, Islam 400.12%, Judaism 200.06%, other religions 3,000.9%, total 33,320,100%. Economy. A conveyor belt and cart outside of a Ivavik National Park is one of 3 national parks located in Yukon. The Yukon's tourism motto is not.
Yes, de er det again. De click cause I was sleepy. So we have to read page by page.
Religious beliefs in Yukon, 2011 census, 30. Religion adherence percent of the population irreligious 16,63549.92%, Christianity 15,37546.14%, traditional, aboriginal, spirituality 3,951.19%, Buddhism 2,900.87%, Hinduism 1,650.5%, Sikhism 900.27%, Islam 400.12%, Judaism 200.06%, other religions 3,000.9%, total 33,320,100%. Economy. A conveyor belt and cart outside of a mine tunnel in the Yukon. The economy of the territory has historically been centered around mining. The Yukon's major industry is mining, lead, zinc, silver, gold, asbestos and copper. The government acquired the land from the Hudson's Bay Company in 1870 and split it from the Northwest Territories in 1898 to fill the need for local government created by the population influx of the gold rush. Thousands of these prospectors moved to the territory, ushering a period of Yukon history recorded by authors such as Robert W. Service and Jack London. The memory of this period and the early days of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, as well as the territory's scenic wonder-songed outdoor recreation opportunities, makes tourism the second most important industry in the territory. Manufacturing, including furniture, clothing, and handicrafts, follows in importance, along with hydroelectricity. The traditional industries of trapping and fishing have declined. As of 2012, the government sector directly employs approximately 6,300 out of a labor force of 20,800, on a population of 27,500. 31:32, on the 1st of May, 2015, the Yukon modified its Business Corporations Act, 33, 34, 35, in an effort to attract more benefits and participants to its economy. One amendment to the BCA lets a proxy be given for voting purposes. Another change will allow directors to pursue business opportunities declined by the corporation, a practice off limits in most other jurisdictions due to the inherent potential for conflicts of interest. 36. One of the changes will allow a corporation to serve as a director of a subsidiary registered in Yukon. 37. The legislation also allows companies to add provisions in their articles of incorporation giving directors blanket approval to sell off all of the company's assets without requiring a shareholder vote. 37. If provided for by unanimous shareholders agreement, a corporation is not required to have directors at all. 38. There is increased flexibility regarding the location of corporate records offices, including the ability to maintain a records office outside of Yukon so long as it is accessible by electronic means. 38. Tourism. Ivavik National Park is one of 3 national parks located in Yukon. The Yukon's tourism motto is larger than life. 39. The Yukon's tourism relies heavily on its natural environment, and there are many organized outfitters and guides available for activities such as but not limited to hunting, angling, canoeing /kayaking, hiking, skiing, snowboarding, ice climbing, and dog sledding. These activities are offered both in an organized setting or in the backcountry, which is accessible by air or snowmobile. The Yukon's festivals and sporting events include the Adakar Cultural Festival, Yukon International Storytelling Festival, and the Yukon Sourdough Rendezvous. The Yukon's latitude enables the view of Aurora Borealis. The Yukon government maintains a series of territorial parks including 40 parks such as Herschel Island Chikiktaruk Territorial Park, 41, Tombstone Territorial Park, 42, and Fishing Branch Mitinuyinjik Park. 43, Coal River Springs Territorial Park, 44, Parks Canada, a federal agency of the Government of Canada, also maintains 3 national parks and reserves within the territory: Yukon National Park and Reserve, Ivavik National Park, and Vuntut National Park. The Yukon Beringia Interpretive Center is an interpretive center with a focus on the Beringia Land Bridge. The Yukon is also home to 12 National Historic Sites of Canada. The sites are also administered by Parks Canada, with 5 of the 12 sites being located within national parks. The territory is host to a number of museums, including the Copper Belt Railway and Mining Museum, the SS Klondike Boat Museum, the Yukon Beringia Interpretive Center in Whitehorse, as well as the Keno City Mining Museum in Keno City. The territory also holds a number of enterprises that allows tourists to experience pre-colonial and modern cultures of Yukon's First Nations and Inuit peoples. 45. Culture. The Yukon has a wide array of cultural and sporting events that attract artists, local residents, and tourists. Annual events include the Adakar Cultural Festival, Dawson City Music Festival, Yukon International Storytelling Festival, Yukon Quest Dog Sled Race, Yukon Sourdough Rendezvous, as well as Klondike Gold Rush Memorials. 46, 47, and the Northern Lights Center. 48, 49, a musher during the start of the Yukon Quest dog sledding race in Whitehorse. Yukon's Aboriginal culture is also strongly reflected in such areas as winter sports, as in the Yukon Quest sled dog race. The modern comic book character Yukon Jack depicts a heroic Aboriginal persona. Similarly, the territorial government also recognizes that First Nations and Inuit languages plays a part in cultural heritage of the territory. These languages include Tlingit and the less common Tarleton, as well as 7 Athapiskan languages, Upper Tanana, Gwich'in, Han, Northern Tuchon, Southern Tuchon, Kaska, and Tagish, some of which are rare. 50. Arts. Notable Yukon artists include Jim Robb and Ted Harrison, whose paintings have become iconic for their depictions of historic and contemporary life and culture in the Yukon. 51. With the Klondike Gold Rush, a number of folk songs from the Yukon became popular, including Rush Toth Klondike, 1897, written by W.T. Diefenbaker, The Klondike Gold Rush, I've Got the Klondike Fever, 1898, and La Chanson du Klondike. A notable cultural and tourist feature is the legacy of the Klondike Gold Rush, 1897-1899, which inspired contemporary writers of the time such as Jack London, Robert W. Service, and Jules Verne, and which continues to inspire films and games, such as Mae West's Klondike Annie and the Yukon Trail. Government. Yukon Legislature. The Yukon Legislative Building is the meeting place for the territory's Legislative Assembly. Executive power in the Yukon is formally vested in the Territorial Commissioner, 52, who plays an analogous role to that of a provincial lieutenant governor. As guarantor of responsible government in the territory, the Commissioner generally acts on the advice of the Premier of Yukon, who commands the confidence of elected Legislative Assembly. Unlike lieutenant governors, commissioners are not direct representatives of the Queen but are instead appointed by the federal government. The Yukon has numerous political parties and candidates who stand for election to the 19 seats in the Yukon Legislative Assembly. Those elected to the legislature are known as members of the Legislative Assembly and may use the post-nominal letters MLA. The 3 parties presently represented are the center-leaning Yukon Liberal Party, 8 seats, who currently form government, the center-right-leaning Yukon Party, 8, and the center-left-leaning Yukon New Democratic Party, 3. 53. The 9th and current Premier of Yukon is Sandy Silver, who represents the electoral district of Klondike Assets MLA. Silver took office following the 2016 Yukon general election, where his Liberals won a majority government. After the 2021 Yukon general election, the Liberals were reduced to a minority government, though they were able to continue governing due to a formal agreement with the NDP. 54. Local government. The vast majority of Yukon's land mass is unorganized, with no defined municipal or otherwise supralocal level of government like in other parts of Canada. For most individuals in the Yukon, though, local level governance is provided by municipalities. The Yukon's 8 municipalities cover only 0.2% of the territory's land mass, but are home to 80.9% of its population. 56, 57, 58. Municipal governments are created by the Yukon government in accordance with the Municipal Act of 2001. 59. Municipal governments provide jurisdiction services, facilities, or things that a local government considers necessary or desirable for all or part of its community. 59. Classifications of municipalities under the Municipal Act include cities and towns. 59. White Horse is